Hello you guys, welcome back to my channel. So I'm not currently in my room or my house or anything. I'm actually on vacation right now in New Hampshire, and so I thought it would be fun to just see how much I can read while I'm on this little trip. And today is actually day 3. Today's Wednesday, so I've already spent through 2 of the days because we got here Monday. We had a big long travel day on Monday, and then we leave on Friday. And so Monday was weird because we had to wake up at 3 a.m. and then we had a flight from Orlando to Boston, and then we took a bus from Boston to New Hampshire. I can usually read on planes, but I cannot read in a moving like vehicle, like a car or something like that. So I could not read. I couldn't even go on my iPad. I was trying to edit on my iPad and I was just getting really car sick. So on the plane, I did try to read for a little bit. I read like 8 pages of Wild Dark Shore and then I just fell asleep because I was so tired from waking up so early for the flight. So day 1, didn't read like at all. But then once we got here, we were like hanging out with family and stuff. So then I was like, okay, not even gonna read. Just like, we're here to see family. So I was just spending time with family that day. But then yesterday, day 2, my dad and I at first, but then like my mom and some of our family joined us down there at the lake and we were just reading. And I started One Golden Summer by Carley Fortune. This book, you guys, I am on page 69. I'm not even kidding. Like, this may become my favorite romance book, and I'm only 70 pages in, but I'm already so obsessed with the banter in this book, and both of the characters so far, so good. And if you didn't know, this book is like kind of like the second book to Every Summer After, because the main male character in this book, he's in Every Summer After. He's the older brother, Charlie. And so our female main character, Alice, 16 years ago, I think it is, she takes this picture in Barry's Bay of these 3 teenagers on a boat, and those 3 teenagers happen to be Charlie, Sam, and Percy, which are the 3 characters in the first book. And she takes this picture and it happens to be just like the best picture she's ever taken. She like loves the feeling of this picture and just like the way it turned out and everything, and it's like her big seller picture too, because she is a professional photographer. And so she just looks at this picture a lot. It means a lot to her, and she hasn't been back to Barry's Bay in a long time, but her grandmother just had surgery and she's really mentally down, and so she wants something to kind of pick up her grandmother. So they go to Barry's Bay, and the guy who's like not running the house, but he's like taking care of things, he was supposed to like be the housekeeper for the summer, is Charlie, the male main character. And so oh my gosh, just the way that they've been interacting so far. They've only met like once or they've only met twice now, like once for real, but still just like their interaction so far and like over the phone. And he wrote this note and he's been doing so many things to help them with their stay, because obviously her grandmother is like disabled now, or she just like needs a little bit of help like walking around and stuff like that. So he's just made so many accommodations in the house for her, and it's just so sweet so far, and I'm just loving it so much. Like, genuinely, putting this down yesterday was extremely difficult, and I'm just so excited to get back down to the lake and continue reading this. Like, tell me there isn't a more perfect setting than reading this book right down at a dock, right down at the lake. There's no better setting to read this book at. So I do have like multiple books that are on my radar for this vacation, but being that today is day 3, I'm thinking that we'll finish this book and then we'll have like time for one more book, which I'm thinking will probably be Wild Dark Shore, but it really just depends what I'm in the mood for. So let's just get back to reading. We're going to continue this book. Thankfully, I have not stopped thinking about it since yesterday. Is it crazy to say that I'm already getting 5-star feelings from this book? Is that too presumptuous? Am I jinxing it right now? Maybe, but I have about 200 pages left, so I'm like almost 50% through. This may become my favorite romance book ever. Like literally, I have no complaints so far about this book whatsoever, and I think it's so cool that in Every Summer After we saw this very like immature version of Charlie, and just I don't know, he was very reckless and just doing a lot of like crazy things. And then in this, he's obviously had years to grow up, years to work on himself and get out of that mindset, but also we learn why he was like that, because obviously we know that he's grieving his parents in Every Summer After, but in this we kind of learn more about that. And the fact that this is just a single point of view, we're only getting Alice's POV, and we still can feel and like understand everything that's in Charlie's head and like what he's thinking and feeling without needing his point of view as well, is just incredible. I feel like most of the time in romance books when it's not dual POV, I always feel like the male main character is like lacking, or I'm not really connected to him, but he's like an equal character. Like we're getting as much of him as we are Alice in this book, and it's just so good. It's so good. And their banter is the best banter I've ever read, ever. So I am just really enjoying this, and I just want to sit and finish it. I do want to finish this before we leave tomorrow because I don't want to be reading this on the plane. I think it would be easier to read on my Kindle. Is that a big task, being that we have to leave at 10:15 tomorrow morning? Probably, but I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna read. It's been very fast paced. Like I do not want to put this book down because I'm just enjoying it so much. Definitely my favorite book of hers so far. Like I really loved Our Perfect Storm, but this one is so good. This one's so good because Charlie is such a good, like he may become my favorite book boyfriend. He may become my favorite book boyfriend. Actually, I don't even think it's a question. I think he probably will. He is so acts of service, and now they've made it a goal to complete her little like checklist together, her bucket list together. So I love that. As you can probably tell, I am back home. We got home late last night. I want to say around like 8:30. So I did end up finishing One Golden Summer yesterday. This book, absolute 5 stars. I loved this so much. I enjoyed every single page in this book. Everything that happened, every character trait within the characters, everything about the romance, everything. I don't have a single problem with this book. I loved it so much. It was so good. And I just feel like, also, like I mentioned before, I feel like I mentioned all of like the pros about this book already, like about how we were able to see so much of Charlie and his problems as much as Alice's problems, but I feel like we were able to see so much character growth in just 370 pages, and especially from the Charlie that we met in Every Summer After, and then going to this Charlie and just seeing how he's growing through the things that he has gone through, kind of, and then trying to become a better person, and just the way that both of them highlight each other so much. Like genuinely, this is like a couple where there's like no question whether or not they would break up after the book. You know what I mean? Like 10 years from when this book was written, they would still be together. 20 years, 30 years, like they'll be together forever. Like there's no doubt, because they highlight each other so well, and they just want to help each other grow, and they help each other be better versions of themselves. So I just absolutely love this. Definitely my favorite Carley Fortune book by far. Now it just makes me so excited to read the other book I have by her. This is the only book of hers now that I haven't read, so now I'm like even more excited to pick this one up. But y'all weren't kidding when you said that this book was good, because this was so freaking good, and I feel like I also read it at the perfect time. So I'm so glad that I picked this up on the trip, and obviously this was the only book that I was able to start and finish. I really thought I was going to be able to read a lot more on my trip, but we were just hanging out with family like 90% of the time, so I didn't have much reading time to read. So So in total, including the 8 pages that I read of Wild Dark Shore, I ended up reading 378 pages. So like I said, again, not like a very good like reading week, but like I also read this in like 4 days. So that is like kind of normal for me. I don't know why I expected to be like on vacation, I'm gonna read 3 whole books in 5 days. I don't do that normally. I don't know why I expected to do that when we're like spending time with family that we haven't seen in a year. So with that being said, that is the end of this video because I am home. Did finish this book, loved this book. Literally, I have tabbed several things in here. I'm gonna go back in and just like read what I annotated and stuff like that. I'm just so obsessed with them. Like they are definitely by far my favorite romance book couple now, like by far. Like I'm looking at my shelf and I can't even find a couple that I love more than them. Yeah, no, can't do it. I love them together so much. And I also could very much relate to Charlie. I feel like his problems were so realistic and just the way he thought about himself was so reassuring because like literally like I feel that. So I don't know, just love this book so much. And like I said, that is the end of this video. So thank you guys so much for watching and I will see you guys so soon. Bye guys.